Reaction continues to come in after the Senate voted to block changes to D.C.'s criminal code. The next stop, President Joe Biden's desk. The Senate voted to block, to block, won by a pretty large margin, 81-14. And President Biden has said that he will not veto it. Critics think the bill just goes too easy on crime, but supporters think D.C. should be able to pass their own laws. Matt Gregory is live this morning on Capitol Hill. Matt, so with this blow to the D.C. Council, what's the next step?
Yeah, well, I mean, the next step is going to be the D.C. Council taking a look at what could be done to pass a comprehensive overhaul of the criminal code. At the same time, Mayor Bowser has said while that's happening, while the council's kind of thinking about what they're going to do next, she already has a plan moving forward for public safety legislation. Wednesday night, the U.S. Senate reminded D.C.'s council that Congress has the ultimate say. In a landslide vote, the Senate voted to deny the council its proposed overhaul to the district's criminal code.
You have to have consequences if you use a gun.
Around the same time, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser told neighbors in Petworth she plans to propose her own public safety legislation.
There have to be consequences if you're throwing an old lady off a bus. There have to be consequences.
Mayor Bowser and Police Chief Robert Conti walked the streets listening to concerns from residents.
No police presence.
Like, we don't want to go to mass incarceration.
The mayor offered very little details on her proposal, but announced she will be hosting a public safety summit on April 1st to help guide her plan. Yeah, and one of the things we've been talking about is that this is the first time there's been a criminal code or a law set forward by the D.C. Council that Congress has struck down since 1991. So it looks like it's back to the drawing board for the D.C. Council. On Capitol Hill, Matt Gregory, back to you, Allison.
And Matt, the mayor there, very adamant, speaking very passionately about consequences need to happen when some crimes happen. She mentioned when an old woman gets thrown off of a bus, for example. Could you just reiterate exactly what will the mayor's office do now to try to get something done?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that while she was talking about the potential push for new public safety legislation, Allison, she was at the same time very scant on the details of what that would look like. And, you know, there's many reasons for that, right? That you don't want to show your hand. But there's also the fact that she said she's going to have a public safety forum on April 1st to kind of get a better idea of, you know, what the community's needs are. So I can understand why at this particular juncture she didn't have any concrete plans to set forward. Same time, Chairman Mendelson for the City Council, or the D.C. Council rather, said that they're going to be retooling their criminal code, hoping to change the messaging to send forth to Congress in the future a overhaul of the criminal code that is more easily passed. But that's sort of where we're at right now when it comes to overhauling D.C.'s criminal code, which, if you didn't know, hasn't been overhauled since 1901. Back to you.
Matt Gregory, thank you so much for that.